happening over here. These cows are all wound up. They're milk cows. They are they're milking this morning. They separated them out because the hoof trimmer's coming. And anyways, everybody's jumping and running. These are the regular dry cows, or this is their pen, and we just put the gates here. Now they're all coming up. Just look at me. They were running and
Today is Friday, June the 7th. Today's a fairly busy day. We have the hoof trimmer here today, and it always starts out really busy because we got to get all the cows sorted out while we're milking. We catch them as they're going out of the parlor. And yeah, then we got to separate some dry cows out, which that's pretty easy. We just lock them up and go down the road, pull the ones out we need. Lock them up whenever we feed them with their headlocks. And yeah, and I think we have close to 60 here today. One of us usually stays here with the trimmer as they bring them through. So yeah, we'll get a little video of that and move on with our day. Yeah, they have like a little catch chute, or not really a catch chute, a chute they make out of these gate panels. You can get 3 or 4 cows in a row here waiting in line. And then he has a lift chute that they trim them on, they pick them up, and they have these cool little one-way little gate hinges that when they slip in through them and go into the chute, they can't back out. There's one there, and then there's one up here at the top, or I say the top, up at the front, where the first cow is. Yeah, so she can't back away from them whenever they are ready to run her into the chute. Yeah, when they let a cow out, the chute comes down and that thing under their belly drops down, and then they get the next cow ready to come in, almost half hauling her in. And then she'll bring her head on in and stick it in the chute down the front and lifts her up. There's a belt under her belly that kind of, don't really pick her off the ground, but it just pulls up enough that it sort of immobilizes them. And yeah, and they do the front and the back feet. You see this cow's foot over time, they get some extra padding. Well, this one isn't real bad, but they get some extra padding there on their foot. And yeah, you can see, yeah, it's just like, right there you can see a little bit. Whenever it gets too thick, it starts cracking and coming loose. And we try to keep them trimmed up as they need it or as they're about ready to go dry. A little bit of what they were doing there, what you've seen there. The cow has some extra padding on the ends, and then their toes grow longer. That one there wasn't real long, but yeah, they trimmed the padding off the bottom, the extra padding that's growing on there, and then shorten them up. And most of them just need a good trim. There are some that they need to wrap that would have a sore on them, not a lot. And every now and then there'll be one that has an abscess, so I just put a block on that one. But on the one toe, so they don't put weight on the other toe. We have the hoof trimmer come in about every 3 months. Usually do around 60. Here's a good example of one that's really grown over long. Here's the last 2 cows in the chute that we have to do today. Yeah, and they have 2 guys working at it. Yeah, it don't take near as long. They got here about 7:30. It's about 11:30 now, so it's about 4 hours, and we ran probably 60 couple through.
These are our heifers and drag cows. We have them locked up, and we're going to get the ones that are springing really close and take them over to the freshening pen. And there's a few that didn't get locked up, but they're okay. We don't need any of those. Anyhow, Arden goes back there, and look, we go down through, and whichever ones need let out, then I'll open them up and let them out. Then we'll send them one over. We pick out the ones that are bringing over to the freshening pen, and then they all have to come out of the barn. When I pull this lever down, they'll let them all go. We close all these gates that go over to this barn, over to the freshening pen, and then it makes like an alley. We have them already open. And then that gate over there where the cows are, all the ones that are soon going to have calves and such, we open that gate up, and then they all have to come out here and check everything out. And then we let these all out, the ones that we want to come over. And we send them all back over to this barn and shut the gate. But I think a little bit ago you might have seen with all the gates open. But there he is.
We have 3 calves to go to auction today. There's a little red and white lineback bull calf. He's pretty wild. You go to feed him and he tries to run at you and get you. He thinks he's big stuff, but anyhow, I guess that fits the term. He's acting a little too big for his britches, no bigger than he is. Anyhow, yep, the price calves are bringing at auction. He should sell pretty good. We've been getting, for Holsteins and linebacks, $600-700 for them. So then there's another calf laying there and a little white one over there. They were twins born the other day. It's a bull and a heifer, so we'll have to sell them too. We have 2 cows and a big bull to go today too. And the big bull, he's about 2.5 years old. He's not really overly mean yet, but he's just getting really testy, and I just don't trust him. He's about 2.5 years old. He probably weighs 1,800, somewhere in there. And you go up to the freestall barn to bring the cows down to milk. He don't really come at you, but he'll start bawling and going on. He'll head the other direction and go and leave, but yeah, I just don't fully trust him, so we're selling him too. The one cow there, she's not bred back and ain't milking the greatest. The other one there's a heifer. She kind of slights me, but she calved, and 2 of her teats are, the openings aren't very big. You can't hardly get any milk out of them. She looks like she'd really milk, but anyhow, we're gonna move her on. Yesterday afternoon we had a cow fresh back here in our Springer pen, and she had a red and white lineback heifer calf, and this morning when we came to the barn, it was in there last evening, but this morning we came to the barn, it was missing. Anyway, we were kind of looking around for it. It showed up over here. I don't know where it came from, but it's here. Yeah, right there it is. Oh yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Say what?
It's got its brakes on. I let go and he'll run away.
Pretty one.
They're filling their weight trough up.
What are you babies doing? All of you. Get back in there. Nobody's getting shocked. Not good. Seriously. You and your babies better get back in. Yeah, right there. This dog is funny. She was going to have, she's perfectly fine. She's not sick or anything. She's just acting all suspicious. But probably, I don't know if you can see that. It's not a puppy. That's a kitten. Probably about, I don't know, 6 months ago, she'd have got a kitten. She was not safe to have a kitten around because she would hurt them. Anyways, now we thought she was gonna have puppies, but yeah, she never did. But anyhow, she decided to get this kitten, and this is her baby, and she has milk. Never had puppies. She's about a little over 2 years old. Never had puppies, but she's feeding this kitten. The kitten's fat, getting milk from her. So I've never seen the likes. But anyways, yeah, she acts a little guilty because we would always fuss her every time she would get around any kittens or anything. And now she has a kitten here. So I have no clue. But this is like, she had it outside under, we had like a shrub bush out in the flower garden out there. and she made a whole nest in under there, and she had this kitten in under there. And anyways, this is her baby. I don't know. I thought the kitten would die, but it's doing okay. So she likes it pretty good.